reading about the man who could not talk.
Oh, who couldn't talk?
Let's see. Let's read the story. Zechariah worked in God's temple. He loved God. Well, good morning, squad. We are out today, and I'm just kind of vlogging our normal day-to-day activities. So on this particular day, we are actually getting ready to head on vacation fairly soon, and so I'm kind of just trying to get all of the to-dos done so that I can check it off. I don't have to worry about it. Earlier this week, I got my license and certification updated for occupational therapy. I'm not currently practicing, but I still keep that updated anyway. So I got that license and certification done first thing Monday morning. So the rest of the week has really just felt like I got the biggest thing out of the way. That was my main obstacle. So now I'm just doing lots of little things. We're getting ready to head to the thrift store. We're stopping by really to see a friend. She's bringing her dog there. I went to the thrift store yesterday, so I don't really need to go again. I'm probably not going to buy anything, but I will show you guys later what I bought yesterday. And yeah, then they're going to grandparents, and I'm just going to spend the day just checking stuff off and just enjoying the day. So I will take you along for all of it. But right now I have to go to bed because Mom and Dad say I'm not bigger yet. So I dropped the kids off after we went to the thrift store. I dropped them off at grandparents, and then I went to Once Upon a Child. I love buying kids clothes there, especially because it's a little bit easier and more organized to look at than a yard sale is. So if you're somebody who doesn't really like yard sales, that could be a good option. As far as selling clothes there, I don't do it a ton. I did stop and do it today, but you have to know going into it that you get, next to nothing for your clothes. I never know how to navigate my kids' clothes as we're moving from one size to the next. I think we're done having kids, but I don't know for sure, and I'm not ready to close out that window yet. Pretty much the way that I'm navigating it now is I keep our favorite things, but if it's something that was just like a basic staple that I could repurchase, then I'm going ahead and selling them or donating them or giving them away or whatever. So it feels good to have that done. And they bought probably about half of what I brought here. I brought like 47 items, and they bought 20 some items, and I got $19 and some change for it. So like I said, you don't get very much, but I did get a pair of shorts for Andy, and they were on clearance for half off. So they were actually $1.34. And then I found a pair of PJs for her that are in her current size. And the girl was like, "Are you signed up for our rewards?" And I said, "Yes." But it turns out I was only signed up for part of them. And if you're a mom, you could get more rewards. And they do a monthly special. And this month's special was that you got a piece of sleepwear for free. So I actually got her pajamas for free. And then the shorts were $1.34, which I got to take off of that $19 that I resold. So I pocketed the rest of the money, and I will use that on our vacation this weekend. So I'm going to go and grab a quick lunch, and then I will finish up my errands and head home. So I just got back in the car with my lunch. I went to Chipotle, and you guys know I like to give budget tips when I can. Consider getting a kids meal whenever you are out at a restaurant. If it's something that you're going to be eating in the car or getting to go, consider getting a kids meal. I got the kids tacos. The only thing is it only comes with 3 options to fill the little spots in the plate. So I got chicken, and then you guys know I don't do dairy very much, but something about their shredded cheese is so good. And then I got sour cream also. But I love their corn salsa. So I paid $1.10 to get a side of salsa. But The thing about the kids meal is it comes with chips and it comes with a drink. None of the adult size portions come with that. So when you're looking at the prices of bowls, burritos, which I sometimes do get a burrito if I'm more hungry, but if you're looking at the price of a burrito or a bowl, they start at like $7 and some change. That's not including tax, that's not including chips, and that's not including a drink. So if you're looking for a way to save money when you're eating out, consider getting a kids meal. I do it here sometimes, I do it at Chick-fil-A pretty much almost all the time. And most places will not ask if the meal is for you, so you don't have to feel like you have to say that it's for your kid or for a child. Most places really don't care. Okay, back home now. I am going to work on snacks for the beach. So like I said, we are leaving for vacation in the next couple of days, and I want to make sure that we have a good arsenal of snacks, that they are mainly healthy snacks. So I'm going to show you the things that I bought at Aldi first, and then I've got two different things that I want to actually make. So these are the things that I got from Aldi, pretty much like fruit type stuff. I got 2 containers of freeze-dried fruit, so I got mangoes and strawberries. I got these fruit strips. My sister turned me on to these. I think Aldi has them in strawberry and raspberry, but you get 21 strips in a pack. So for the duration of our trip, that's enough for each kid to have 2 a day, which I think is great. And I'm sure we won't, necessarily use that many, but I don't buy stuff like this that often, so this is just sort of a special treat. There's a really good video by Hillary from Old World Home, and I'll link it down below. She talks about vacation food prep. I think maybe she put it up last year or the year before, but yeah, same thing along the lines with this, buying a few things that are more special just to celebrate the trip. I did get 2 boxes of pouches. So I got a box of apple and I got a box of apple strawberry. I like these because I can hand them to them on the beach or in the car, and they can manage them pretty well on their own. Same thing with the dried fruit and the fruit strips. I also got some more boxes of raisins. Andy in particular really snacks on raisins well, and again, that's pretty self-service. I got a box of Cheerios. These are great because they're gluten-free and they are just lightly sweetened, and this is actually something that I'm going to use in one of my recipes. So the 2 recipes that I want to make, I want to make some homemade granola bars. They're similar to like a breakfast cookie. I've done no-bake breakfast cookies before, and then like a protein ball, like an energy ball. It's similar to that, but they are just flat, and I make them, put them on wax paper or parchment paper, and put them in the freezer. I make them, I haven't done them in a long time, but I make them and put them on wax paper or parchment paper and put them in the fridge, and then once they're like solid, I put them in a gallon Ziploc bag, and they travel really well that way. A woman from church gave me this recipe, and they are a big hit with everybody. The other thing that I'm going to make is another kind of bar, and it is using the Honey Nut Cheerios. A few months back I had some extra Cheerios and I didn't really need them, and I just had the idea, I wonder if there's a recipe out there where I could combine those with like honey and peanut butter and make a little like do-it-yourself cereal bar. And I found one, so I will link that below, and that's what I plan on doing. So let me get started and I'll crank these bars out. Quality looks different now is because I'm on my phone instead of my camera. This will be an interesting comparison to see the difference. I am headed to mail a package. I sold a mug on eBay for next to nothing. It was really kind of dumb. But anyway, I'm going to mail it, and I've got to make it to the library before they close to print it, because we don't have a printer hooked up right now. So I've got to go print the label, mail it, and then mail my other piece of mail before everything closes. It is around 5 o'clock now. I don't know how it got to be 5 o'clock so quickly, but here we are. So I'm gonna go do this stuff, and then I'll come back and make supper, and then I have a few lessons to teach tonight. Well, I did it. I made my errands in time before everywhere closed. So now I'm back and I'm going to start preparing supper. I do have one banjo lesson to teach at 7 o'clock, and that's my only time obligation for this evening. So it's almost 6 now, so I'm gonna go ahead and get everything going. Brandon has gone to get the kids. So we're doing breakfast for supper tonight. I went ahead and prepared the bacon yesterday. If you've watched me do bacon before, I just do it on a sheet pan with parchment paper. I do brown sugar and cracked black pepper and do it for like 15 to 20 minutes until it looks done. So I went ahead and did that yesterday. It's in the fridge ready to go. I'm gonna make some biscuits. I'm gonna do some skillet potatoes. Those are from Lisa from Farmhouse on Boone. And I'm gonna do some eggs. And that is going to be supper. So the biscuit recipe that I use is also from Hillary from Old World Home. I mentioned her earlier, but I just love Hillary. So I'm using her biscuit recipe. I'm gonna go ahead and get those in the oven. That was better. Yes, and that's another place where you're not fretting anything, but your right hand's moving. So use those notes to. So it is a couple of days later. Actually, we already went on our beach trip. It was awesome. It was such a fun time. We were gone for 5 days, and I honestly could have stayed for 5 more. It was just so great. But I'm actually headed now to meet a woman to drop off the chair that I refinished. If you guys saw that video about my freebie chair that I worked on, if not, I'll link it here. But I cleaned it, stained it, and so now I'm going to meet her to sell it to her. So whenever I get back home, I realized that I didn't show you guys that thrift haul that I mentioned. So I will show you that when I get back home. All right, so I want to show you the haul from the thrift store. This is from our past couple of trips. So some of these things have already been worn. The first one was actually worn yesterday, and I haven't washed it since then, so it does have a little stain right here. But I found this for Abram, and it's in his size, and it's just in time for the 4th of July. It's, you know, a little bit faded, but I don't really care because 4th of July clothes are mainly meant for like that 1 week, and then it really doesn't matter. So so there's his shirt. It's a pretty neat find for the week of the 4th. I found this muscle tank. You guys know I've mentioned he likes muscle tanks, and he actually had this one when he was younger and in a smaller size. So whenever I saw it, I decided to go ahead and grab it. I also found this one, which I got just in time for our beach trip. It says Dad's Beach Digger. So I thought that was cute. He loved this one, little Hot Wheels car. I think it has like a very 90s vibe, which I'm always into. So I thought that was neat. The noise my washing machine is in the spin cycle. He found this one that says 23 Unstoppable. I guess this is a Michael Jordan tee. There's nothing about it that says Jordan. There's nothing that looks basketball, but that's his number. I don't know. Anyway, Abram thinks that it is very cool. I found 3 pairs of play shorts. These 2 are the same brand. They are just Athletic Works. You know, nothing special, but when you have kids, you know, having some good pairs of play shorts is definitely a plus. And then I found these, which I really liked. They are Under Armour brand. Brandon found this shirt for him. It is a Vineyard Vines polo in kind of what will be his next size up. And then I found these for Andy. They will definitely be for her to grow into. They might be next year or the next, so I will just put them back. But I found this little jumper dress. It is from Old Navy, and it honestly can be rare to find stuff like this while thrifting. Stuff that is really current and like on trend and almost looks kind of boutique-y. Sometimes those things can be hard to find. I found this on a rack that had been rolled out and it hadn't yet been put on the sales rack, but they were up for grabs. They were out for the public. And so I snatched it up really quick. I just think that it is so precious. And then to go along with that, another thing that you don't always find are like really cute dressy blouses with like an on-trend print. And I found this and just fell in love with it. I don't know this brand. I've never heard of it before. And the buttons need just a little bit of work. You can see that the sewing is kind of coming undone on the buttons, but this has already been washed. And I think even with that little jumper dress that I found, this is just gonna be precious. So I will put that back for Andy. All right, guys, and with that, that concludes today's vlog that has spanned much longer than a day. I hope you guys are having a great day whenever you happen to be watching this video. And if there's something that you would like a video on next, just leave me a comment down below. If you are not yet subscribed, make sure you press that red button so that you can see the videos that I post in the future, and I'll be talking to you in the next one. Bye.